Most contractors don't have a problem getting traffic to their website, they have a problem generating leads when traffic's already there. You can run Google and Facebook ads all you want, but if you're missing a few key things, your website will never get the leads you desire. And the crazy part is it's usually just one of 5 things that are missing or broken that are causing this to happen. So in this video, I'm gonna walk through the 5-step checklist that every contractor website needs if you actually wanna get the form fills, the phone calls, and the qualified leads that you're looking for. And I've managed millions of dollars in ad spend for contractors and generated thousands of leads over the last 9 years. And I can tell you that this is the exact same 5-step checklist that I still use to this day in 2026. Now, this isn't going to be a super deep dive on the development of a website or necessarily the exact design aspects that you need of the website, but it is going to cover the fundamentals and the things that are needed on your website so you can take this to your team. And honestly, a lot of this you can fix immediately, probably within the next 20 to 30 minutes, and have a better performing website. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys websites that are doing things really well on my checklist and ones that are not doing it so well. So I'm going to show you ones that are passing the test and ones that are failing. Let's just hop into the first step. The first thing you need to focus on is, what do you do? It sounds simple, I know, but sometimes you can want the prettiest website and you overlook this thing. And so what I can show you, I looked at a ton of different HVAC websites just in my area and then some outside of my area. And I can see a lot of people did this really well. Expert HVAC service around the clock. This is good. This is okay. This is good. Like, a lot of people understand this one, right? The only website I think that didn't pass this was this one. Immediately what pops up is a huge offer. This one didn't pass. This one's good. This one's good. This one was good. This one was bad. They didn't really tell me what was going on. This one was great, and this one was great. So all these, most of these actually get a thumbs up on this. Okay, step 1, yes, very, very simple, really hard to miss. Step 2, this is where it actually gets a little bit more complicated, and it's gonna continue to get more complicated as we go down the list. So where you service. This seems like something that's obvious, but it's missed in so many of these websites. Look at, I don't know where they service. If I'm on a desktop, I can see serving in Colorado Springs, but in most cases on a mobile device, just for example here, you are not going to be able to see that. And so I'm looking at a iPhone 12, and I guess it does have it up here, which is good. So these guys passed the test. These ones, I don't really know without looking really hard, I guess here, but ideally you want this to be in the hero text. And so even on this website, you want where you service to be in the main text. You don't want them to have to go and look elsewhere. So I'd say fail, fail, fail. Most of these are fails. This is a good one, right? They have where they do it, where they do it. This is a really good one. Where they do it, just where they do it. So they missed the first step, but they got the second step. So again, ideally, like, we have 2 winning sites right now. We have this one and we have this one. They have what it is they do and where they do it. The other ones, I would say, fail on both of these. So what websites actually are knocking both of these out of the park? Really just these 2. The other ones have one or the other, or they have both, but this is hidden. We want it to be as obvious in the hero image, meaning the main image right here, where you actually do things. That's gonna be very valuable, because if I am in San Diego, I wanna know that you're not an hour away serving in somewhere outside of San Diego, and I wanna make sure I'm calling the right company, right? This is just an extra layer of ease in my mind that I'm actually reaching out to the right business, right? So make sure you include that. What you do, where you do it. The next step that you want to include is an offer or a call to action button. So let's just take a look at some of these. One, this website is just kind of horrendous the way it's formatted. It's just very ugly. You have to scroll down a ton. But if you look at the call to action or offer, they actually have some pretty good ones. These are fairly standard for this vertical. Same, fair, like get started doesn't really make sense, so I'd probably not pass this one. This is probably a fail, but the phone number's fine. Get started doesn't really make sense. Get started with what? I'm looking for somebody to, an emergency service, or I'm looking for a free quote. Those are the things that actually make sense to include in your website. So make sure that your call to action makes sense. The schedule a service is fine on this one, but again, this website is just a total fail. This one, schedule an appointment, this one's good. Why is this one the best website still? Because they offer 2 things and they're very specific. Get a free online estimate and contact us. So really, really easy, low-hanging fruit opportunity. They also have a call now button. So this one is knocking out of the park. The other ones are doing okay. This is really the star template to model after. Now, if we go down to step number 4, this is credibility. Credibility can look like a few different things. It can usually, in most cases, it is just a review count of your customers. It can also be other criteria and other recognitions or badges that you've earned from being in the space and servicing customers. So, for example, we'll just go to the Star website moving forward. Let's forget about the other websites. The other websites are doing a lot of either one thing right, one thing wrong, but they're not knocking it out of the park like this one. So let's just focus on this one moving forward. This website has, look at all their Google reviews. They have America's fastest growing private company, which is just great because you have credibility. If you're a fast growing company, you have to be doing something right. And then they also have their Yelp reviews, right? What else makes them credible? Well, they have these different options and badges right here. They help with financing. They have this other offer right here. It's just appealing to how credible they really are, and it makes it really hard not to reach out to them. Last but not least is the services. So this is something you can include on your website, but please don't make it in the hero section. You should not have in here in the hero section that we do drywall, we do plumbing, we do HVAC. Like that should be a separate section somewhere probably down here, where like services right here, heater services, air conditioning services, plumbing services, that should be further down on the page because they're likely in the right place and they likely know they're in the right place. And if they have a very specific service they need, they'll scroll down and figure out if you actually offer it or they'll just call you. So all that to say, that is the 5-step checklist. And the hardest part with the 5-step checklist is making sure it's simple and making sure it's formatted correctly. Look at, they have an awesome image, right? The city of San Diego in the background. They have the actual what it is we do, where we do it, and then their offer, or you don't pay. If you request service the same day, we'll go out there and do it, and if not, you don't pay at all. They have 2 great call to actions. They have credibility, they have their services, and it's really easily put together. I know exactly right away when I go to this website what I'm getting. It should not look like this, where I'm having to scroll down and figure out what's going on. Like this is awful. This awful just because they do a lot right, but it's formatted in such a hard way for me to digest. This one, decent, a lot better. This one, complete fail. And so to recap, make sure you run through that 5-step checklist, look at your website, go to your website, ask yourself, if I was a customer and I was clicking on an ad, would this website answer those questions for me? What they do, where they do it, why they're credible, what call to actions do they have for me to get in contact with them, and then what services do they provide? And is it, most importantly, is it done in an easy to navigate way, in an easy to understand way? If you guys put your website to the test, I promise you're gonna find areas for improvement, and those areas for improvement are going to lead to better leads on your website.